Well, I'm going to get my fire going right over here in a bit. So here's some of nature's fire starter. If you look down here, you see the stem here is green, but the seed head is still dead, and it's been a few days since it rained or anything, so this thing will start good. I can gather a bundle of these seed heads and they make a fire starter for me. You can see here. That stuff right there will go up quickly. And you just put some of that under some little twigs and stuff like that. That'll get your fire started. I'm going to dig myself out a little bit of a hole here. You see this sand down in here is damp, fairly damp. I'm using my aluminum shovel for snow, digging snow caves and all that. I'm using that right now. The only reason I'm digging down a little, so when I get done, I'm going to cover it all over. You won't see my fire. I'm going to do my famous firewood preparation. Dumping down on this stuff. Up here at this end, I put all the tips of the branches, so that way all that smaller stuff is there. This stuff looks dead, but look, inside it's green. So a lot of this stuff I broke off looking dead, it's still alive. Well, it was. It's dead now. Alright, so I've got some of that blossom here, a dead blossom. I'll lay that in there like that. I'll take these things here, just kind of scatter them around above it. And even though this is green, hopefully we'll still start us a fire. Sometimes you got to get a little volume here in order to get things going. There was a time many years ago when we got caught in a blizzard and we had to nurse a fire for about 45 minutes to get it going. So I do have patience. Well, apparently this is not going to work so well. But that's all right. One of the main problems is a lot of that wood, is so much of it is still green. So I'm going to have to resort to another plan, which I do have several backup plans. So let's go to the next one here. All right, so we're going to take some of this inner bark of the cottonwood. This stuff is it's pretty damp. I mean, it looks kind of, when I take my glove off and feel it, it's pretty damp, but I may, if there's enough stuff in here that's a little bit dry, I'll probably be able to get something going here. That right there just absolutely sopped. Take this stuff and You've got to twist it and break it down to fibers. Just exposed broken ends of fibers will start fire, catch a flame or whatever much quicker and easier. Let's see if perhaps we might be able to get up in here where it's kind of fine. You can see it wants to start, but then it hits that wetness. So we want to get it rolling here if we can. That's one of the reasons it's nice to have a pair of gloves. Sometimes you might want to hold this a little bit longer. All right. Might be good enough. A lot of times with this stuff, you can blow it. Yeah, it is uncooperative here. The key word. Uncooperative is the key word right here and now. See if we can string it out, hold it up, let that flame kind of happened is we warmed that stuff up enough to start evaporating some of the moisture out of that damp and kind of wettish bark, and it just took a bunch of different tries to do it because it was a process. A lot of times I know if I can get it started enough to where I'll have a ball of embers in there. Usually if I can get it to that point, I can work with it. And I could have even taken a little more time with it, which I sometimes do, and just slowly, lightly blow into there. And that heat will start evaporating all that moisture out, and then it'll just come alive. So essentially, that's what we did here. And you know, a lot of people, they want to show you a fire that they quickly made successfully without any trouble, and just a done deal. But I like to show you reality. Sometimes it's a little harder to get things going, and I don't want people to think, well, I'll just do this, it'll take right off and I'll be good. Because that's not reality. It's not how it often works. A lot of people want to tell you, hey, when I start a fire, bam, 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 it's gone. But I can assure you that everybody has trouble with a fire every now and again. And like I say, we had 2 weeks ago, there was 2 feet of snow down here, 1.5 to 2 feet of snow. So everything here there is nothing dry. So, but we've got a fire. You can see there's enough core in the fire that the fire is going to last, and we'll be good. So there's my fire starting. And yeah, we had a little difficulty, and I'm not ashamed of that. That's part of reality in starting a fire. Six by 6 post driftwood that I got from the side of the wash down there. Why saw when the fire can saw for you?